Once upon a time in the land of Omambala, there lived a young man named Nnamdi. Nnamdi had a voice like no other in his village. His melodies could lull babies to sleep and bring tears to the eyes of the elders. But despite his fame and admiration, Nnamdi was lonely. Each night, he would sit by the river that ran through his village, playing his flute and singing songs that echoed through the forest. One evening, as the moon cast its silvery light on the river, Nnamdi saw a figure at the water's edge. It was a beautiful woman with hair that flowed like the river itself and eyes as deep as the night sky. She listened intently to his song, her gaze never leaving him. Captivated by her beauty, Nnamdi sang with renewed passion, hoping to draw her closer. Over the next few nights, the mysterious woman appeared at the same spot, always listening but never speaking. Nnamdi's songs grew more enchanting, and he found himself longing to know more about her. The villagers began to notice his distraction, warning him of the dangers of the river spirits. They say that spirits who dwelled in the water could be as unpredictable as the currents, leading mortals astray. Ignoring the warnings, Nnamdi continued to sing, his voice growing stronger with each passing night. The woman in the river seemed to inch closer, her presence filling him with a sense of peace and yearning. One night, he decided to approach her, determined to learn her name and understand the connection they shared. But as he neared the river's edge, the woman suddenly vanished into the water, leaving only ripples in her wake. Nnamdi was disheartened, but he refused to give up. He returned the following night, singing a song of longing and hope, hoping she would reappear. To his relief, she did, but this time she spoke. "My name is Ada," she said, her voice as soft as the river's whisper. "Why do you persist in singing to me as spirit of the river? Do you not fear what lies beneath these waters?" Nnamdi replied, "I do not fear the river. Your presence brings me comfort, and your beauty inspires my song. I wish to know you, Ada, and to understand why you come to listen to my music." Ada warned Nnamdi that her world was not meant for mortals, and that crossing into the realms of the spirit could have their consequences. But Nnamdi's heart was filled with determination, and he continued to sing, hoping to bridge the divide between their worlds. One night, the river grew restless, and a storm approached. The villagers urged Nnamdi to stay away from the river, fearing for his safety. But he couldn't resist the call of the river spirits, drawn by the memory of Ada's voice. As the storm raged, he sang with all his heart, his melodies weaving through the wind and rain. The spirits were angered by his persistence, their voices rising with the storm's fury. They wanted Nnamdi to leave the riverbank or face their wrath, but his love for Ada was stronger than his fear, and he refused to abandon her. The storm reached its peak, and a massive wave crashed on the riverbank, pulling Nnamdi into the raging waters. As he struggled against the current, he felt a gentle touch guiding him to safety. It was Ada, her spirit glowing in the darkness of the storm. She carried him to shore, her voice soothing him as she whispered, "You must return to your world, Nnamdi. Our paths cannot cross again. I will always remember your songs, but you must live among the living." With those words, Ada vanished, and the storm began to subside. Nnamdi was left on the riverbank, his heart heavy with sorrow, but his soul filled with the memory of his time with Ada. He returned to the village, his songs forever changed by the encounter with the river spirits. Though he never saw Ada again, he knew that his love had bridged the gap between their worlds, if only for a fleeting moment. And so, Nnamdi's love songs became legends in the village, a reminder that even the boundary between the living and the spirit world could be crushed by a heart filled with love and music.